Hi, everyone. This is Mariah Miller. I am a coach and a human design aficionado. I have been doing a lot of human design readings and teach classes. And every so often, I love to take a couple of charts and answer some questions and share these human design minis with people. This is one that I had wanted to send out before Valentine's Day, but life got in the way. And so here I am. I want to share the love chart of Hugo and Caroline. It's a fascinating chart. There's so much to see in these charts. I'm just going to show you, if we combine these charts for just a moment, you can just already see how both of these charts have almost the same centers colored in. That in and of itself is already something that can kind of pique your interest. At least it does mine. It can already show you like, oh, there is a lot of areas where they potentially might be able to get along together. So one of the first things that I do when I take out two charts and I combine them, I always look at the charts individually first, and then I put them together and see, well, where are the areas of growth together? So when you're looking at this beautiful chart of Caroline, fascinating, right? There's so much going on. The main thing that I want to point out in this particular video is to look at these centers. When you're taking the charts of you and a loved one together, and you're looking at where am I filled in versus the other, always interesting to note if those centers are colored in, if they're white, completely white, or if they are white with a little activation in it, a little activation meaning a little red or a little black gate colored in. So what we see when we look at Caroline's chart is that she has 3 of her 5 white centers completely white. Now, this is where the universe gets to play in a big way. So these are areas of wisdom for Caroline herself to live through and to experience all the many possibilities in how life can show up through these centers. Now, each of these individual centers focuses on a particular area in life, okay? And when we look, for instance, at the second center from the top, I'm focusing on that one for now because Hugo has it in green and Caroline has it in white. This means that when Hugo is around, all of a sudden for Caroline, there is a particular way in how she thinks, in how her thoughts operate, and she will find herself wanting to take in information and create inspirations and insights in a very structured way that then suddenly come out and can really empower her. And this is specifically when she is around Hugo that will show up. Conversely, when Hugo is around Caroline, there is one center, which is that brown emotional center, that is not filled in Caroline. So when Hugo is around Caroline, Caroline may experience a lot of emotional, this is actually an interesting thing because Caroline may experience a lot of emotional upheaval on one potential. If Hugo is feeling upset, she will feel it twice as much. But if Hugo is feeling good, she will feel that twice as much too. But there's one little connection here. That is this particular channel, the channel of intimacy. And this channel is very powerful in that it creates an entry into someone else's aura. So when Hugo is around, Caroline will feel this sense of really intimately feeling connected. And that intimacy, when Hugo is feeling emotionally balanced, can feel like a really warm sense of being emotionally calm and emotionally grounded, which can be so attractive. Okay. Now, one of the areas of growth that they have together is if you look at their charts, both of them will have the center of the heart completely open. Neither one of them are here to prove themselves in this lifetime. Neither one of them are here to be competitive with each other, which is nice if you can be in a relationship where you don't have to compete with the other person. So there can be a sense of real nice relaxation or a gentle calmness that can be brought in. You can also help reminding each other of the value that you bring in the other person's life, but also the value that the other person brings into life in general. Because the root center at the very bottom is completely open for Caroline and it's undefined for Hugo, because this center has a lot of pressure or potential for pressure, there can be this internal feeling of, am I on track? Am I on purpose in my life? Even do I have the financial resources? Do I have that safety net that I would like to have? There is a potential to really feel a lot of pressure around that. So they have this opportunity in this lifetime to grow through this together, to keep reminding each other of the value that they bring in to the world at large simply by being themselves. Now, where one of the things that you can both rely on is and keep reminding each other of is the fact that both of you have a lot of consistent energy. Granted, Caroline is faster and she will want to make things happen much faster than Hugo might. Hugo has a little bit more of a process that he would want to go through, and it would be nice to be recognized for it taking just a little bit longer. But both of you have that inner gut response that you can remind each other of by asking yes or no questions. Do you want to go out to dinner tonight? Do you want to eat chicken? Do you want to XYZ? Do you want to move here? All these different yes or no questions will allow you to help the other person or to help you tap into your truth, or you can help the other person to tap into their truth. So those are some things that you can do to play with. And then what I thought was so beautiful, and I know I'm cramming so much into this very, very, very short time. There's so much in a chart. I usually take like 90 minutes to do a full-on reading. So in this chart, what I loved for both of you is that the unconscious sun and earth are both in the same gate. This brings in a particular piece, a particular direction in the chart into the relationship, because you both have an opportunity to understand each other from those points. There's a resonance there, and the resonance is around self-love. So you're here to learn to love yourself, to show how you love yourself. That's really a true gift for both of you to grow into in this lifetime together. So you can remind each other of that, which is, I think, a beautiful thing in a relationship. If you can have a relationship where you're both loving and supporting the other's love, self-love. How beautiful is that? So I hope that this was interesting and helpful. I hope you learned something. And I hope all of you, everybody has had a beautiful Valentine's Day, whether that was with someone or with yourself. I hope you focus on that self-love. And thanks so much for letting me share this with you all. Take care.